Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. First, before I continue, permit me to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everybody that has been watching our content, subscribing, sharing the gospel. We sincerely appreciate you, and we are not done yet. As a matter of fact, the journey just got started. Please tell one person to tell the second person to tell the third person, and let the list go on that way. Subscribe, share, keep liking our comment. Thank you very much. Now I'm back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another amazing episode of your and my one-stop podcast. This right here is Afro Journal Podcast, where we bring you people who are telling amazing stories, people who are breaking grounds, like I always say. Today, ladies and gentlemen, on this edition, we have someone, a lady who is hardworking, very dedicated to her work. Ladies and gentlemen, as a matter of fact, she has taken it upon herself to be the advocate for Nigerians here in the diaspora. She is a selfless lady and is making sure that every Nigerian, who needs help gets the necessary help. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome today in the studio, Gloria of Canada.
Oh. Hi, how are you?
Finally, flesh and blood.
Yes, so.
Finally, flesh and blood.
They revealed it to you.
We used to see you on the tabloids, but right now, this is Gloria.
Yes.
Flesh and blood. How are you, ma?
I'm doing good. Please keep that mask somewhere. Let it be. Let's be.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
No problem. So we have a lot to talk about. Mm-hmm. And like I said to you prior to this shoot, it's going to be a dichotomy of conversation. Mostly it's going to be in two parts, which I know you're not oblivious to at all, because these are the things that you speak upon in your podcasts, I beg your pardon, your videos, not podcasts, I beg your pardon, your videos, and all of those. But before then, let me ask, what does Gloria do?
Gloria works a 9-to-5 job, something that people should get to understand, because I see comments like, you don't get work. I get work, okay. I do this on the side, like this is really a passion. I started doing this since 2020. Thank God the pandemic hit, because that gave me the opportunity to like come out, and speak to Nigerians or help people who are looking for how to move here, how to integrate into the system, how just to simplify things. That is what I love to do on my page. So I do have like an Instagram page. I have like a TikTok page. I also have a YouTube page. And currently I'm working on getting my Facebook active. So yes. So outside my 9-to-5, I do this on the side just to help share content related to Canada immigration and how people can settle here in the country. And sometimes I dwell into some other things that really impact us, especially those of us who moved from like Africa down to Canada, because a lot of people think that it's just heaven on earth, but it's really not. So it's not just you get your visa and then you come to Canada and yes, you start plucking the money on the tree. They know they pluck money for Canada. So those are the things that I kind of talk about on my page.
All right. So at what point you could have as well done any other thing on your page? Whatever content it is, it's your page, it is your community. Yep. You can choose to decide what you want to do. But you specifically chose to help people. To help people migrate seamlessly from Nigeria to Canada, to give people huge nuggets as to how to settle in when they come. And most importantly, people who are stranded. We're going to get to that part in a bit. But why did you choose advocacy?
That's a great question. Where do I start from? There are lots of agents back home in Nigeria.
Let's have it.
There are lots of agents back home in Nigeria who dupe our fellow Nigerians for reasons best known to them. It breaks my heart when I see Nigerians spend 10 million, 20 million just to come to Canada. Some would even spend like 2 million plus just to get admission. And I say to myself, there is something called do it yourself. You can actually immigrate to Canada by looking into the government of Canada's website, and you will find tons of information on how to come here. But our people have been brainwashed because the agents keep telling them that, look, this is how you can do it. You can't do it yourself. You have to pay us to get you here or get you UK, anywhere abroad. So when I looked at all of this, I said to myself, why don't I start sharing tips, like you said, nuggets, on how to come here? Yes, I am not a licensed immigration consultant.
Yeah, you always say that.
And I always make it known on my page that please, if you need one, I do know people who have helped people in the right way, because the government of Canada is saying, come through the right channel, And again, you don't even need to pay somebody for your immigration purposes. It's written on the government of Canada website. You don't need to pay someone. You can actually do it yourself. So I just want to spread the gospel of do it yourself to everyone who is interested in hearing that. So that's what really motivated me to let's talk about Canada immigration.
Great. And I see that has caused a lot of reactions. People come on your page. And first, let me also thank you on behalf of my amazing podcast and my team on the many work that you do, on many informations that you give. It is not easy for someone to take upon herself the ability to give people information, which takes a lot of research. It takes a lot of personal time just to help people out. So we say thank you. Right. Now, we have issues that are pending that we need to dissect.
Yep.
First, I'm going to start with the most serious of them all right now. Nigerians are stranded in Canada, more specifically, students. Now, first, we had Simi, we had Peter, and we had Marcel. However, when I took a sneak peek into your life yesterday, which you probably didn't know that I watched, I noticed that Simi, Marcel, and Peter are just a fraction of Nigerians that are stranded, that are homeless, that need help. First of all, I'm going to ask you, Gloria, what is going on?
Let me take a deep breath. I will tell you what is going on. And I'm looking at people. You see, when international students go and pay agents, what these agents are saying, not just international students, but I want to be focused on international students. What they are telling them is that when you enter, just start the school, you can actually change it to PR immediately. And I ask myself, according to the government of Canada immigration, there is a process. You cannot just be an international student today and tomorrow you get your PR. Whoever is saying that to you, please, I don't know the words to use, but they are deceiving you. And that is the reason why we have a number of homeless people in this country. Because they have lied to them and told them that the grass is greener here. So when you come here, you can actually, change your this thing. And sorry to say, I'm going to use the word here. I have promised myself I will not use the word. They tell them, just go and do aduro, seek asylum. That is what is raining now. Many of these people on the streets don't have. He having me for mouth. See, there are a lot of things that actually push some of our people to be on the streets. There are things like depression, and I'm going to say this well. Loneliness in this country is real. You can see people shed tears on social media saying, tired, I'm all alone, this and this. it is real. Like, there is no way you'll be in this country and you have never felt lonely or depressed. It's not even possible. Something that will be close to it would have happened, because when it comes to the winter season, that is why the doctors will tell you to go and do or take your vitamin D, because it's so gloomy, it's dark, no sunshine, and you are always, there's this sadness that comes with winter period. So a lot of people feel that way, and sometimes it is because of the things people have done to them. It could either be they have maybe a breakup, or it could either be the families have said, to hell with you, or whatever you want to do with your life is your business. They might have done a lot. Maybe they've even ventured into business, like one of the people on the street has said that they went into business, the business flopped, and that pushed them into what they are today. So, like, I made a video and I said there are very many reasons why you see our people on the streets. It's not because they want to. It's not because they like being on the street. Is because something happened that pushed them to the street. So, to answer that question, I think it is the mentality that we've brought from our agents back home that have caused a lot of these things that are happening to happen right now.
I know everybody is supposed to be sad because these people are citizens of Nigeria.
Yes.
They're part of us. What are some of... listen, we all know you've been working around the clock. Personally, you're working tirelessly to make sure that these people get off the street. I know. And also, it comes with a lot of backlash, because I know some people be like, what's wrong with Gloria? Why is she... But then, I feel it's also gratifying for you to know that help is coming soon. What are some of the ways by which you feel you can combat this... I call it a menace. I call it an epidemic. What are some of the ways you feel, people can come to their aid? What was done? What has been done? Or what will be done?
Okay, so I don't want to come and be blowing my trumpet on this space. The truth is, like you said, there are things that have been done behind closed doors that I am not yet at that point where I want to tell Nigerians in diaspora, this is what we are doing. Okay. But I can tell you for a certain that the Nigerian community, I have been in talks with them. Like, they are non-stop having meetings just because of these issues. And yes, it's not just these 3 individuals that are on the street, like you said. Yeah. I've had people send me direct messages saying, Gloria, we've seen so many people on the street. We've seen so many people that are homeless. They're on the road. They are doing this. They are doing that. How can we help? So I've taken that back to the Nigerian community, at least for the ones that are in this axis. So like the GTA, the Nigerian region of Halton, network of Nigerians in Canada, they are on it. The Nigeria in the region of Waterloo, Nairo, all these are communities that are coming together to say, we want to make sure that our people are well taken care of. We want to make sure that if there are people who need help, they will get the help. If there are people who need rehab, they will get the rehab help. If there are people who need mental health help, they would get that. Those that need lawyers, and there are a lot of things that are going behind closed doors. And they have said to me, Gloria, Let's Wait would inform Nigerians, maybe through me or through them, I don't know yet, but would inform them this is what we're doing. And if anybody would like to contribute, this is where the money will be going. And this is who is going to be accountable. It's not just like people were saying to me, Gloria, should we send you money? I said, please don't send me money, because I know our people back home. Gloria don't chop their money. It is the truth. I am not even joking. So I want it in such a way that people can hold a particular body accountable and say, okay, this is where we put the money. This is what the money is being used for. But I can definitely come out to tell you guys that the people that have been mentioned, they have been looked after
Okay.
so far.
Okay.
Because you asked that question, they are getting the necessary help that they can get.
Okay.
You said you were on my live show yesterday where one of the leaders from the Nigerian community was saying that yes, they've helped this person, they've helped that person. They are also looking for more people to render help to. So we are asking people right now, if you are new in Canada and you have not found a Nigerian community near you, please do well to do so, because I will say this on your podcast. There are many people who are painting the name of Nigerian leaders or Nigerian community bad. I know one of our people have gone on air and was even, went viral for saying that Niger people in Canada, that they know they help themselves. It is a wrong mentality, because you should be the help that you want to see. If you want to see good things happen, it starts with you. It starts with me. So it's not about pointing one finger and the other fingers are coming to you. It means that you have not done your part yet. So Nigerian community leaders have helped people. I have known of people who have gotten business grants from the government through Nigerian community. People who have gotten good jobs through the Nigerian community. So please avail yourself. If you have not done that, find a Nigerian community near you and see if there is nothing good about the Nigerians in diaspora.
It's funny, and to be very honest with you, I'm going to be realistic.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is coming from a paroxysm of honesty, from a standpoint of honesty. I hear people talk about the fact that they cannot join any Nigerian community in the diaspora because I even saw one on Instagram say all they know about is to party and to show off. I've heard that. Like, that one went more viral. Before I go there, one question struck me, and this is sequel to your life yesterday. Do you think, for the ones that have deteriorating mental conditions, do you think deportation is the answer? Because somebody mentioned that on your life. Did. Yes, yeah. And subconsciously, I started to feel that you're just going to make matters worse. But that is my opinion, by the way, though. Do you feel deportation is an answer?
That's a very great question, because that's a question for the immigration officer.
Okay.
Now, the immigration officer has a decision to say, okay, this person has to leave the country, or the person will on their own say that, you know what, I don't do it again, no. And they go back to Niger, or I'm going back to Cameroon, I'm going to Kenya. It is based on, that one is a very sensitive area. So when it comes to, like, somebody came up yesterday, I know that's what you're referring to, and said, instead of people to be looking for ways to help these people, why don't you send them back home? Send them back home to do what?
That's what I thought too.
Send them back home to do too. You are going to make matters worse.
True.
Number one, nobody, and I repeat, nobody knows the immigration status of any other person except the immigration officer. So I cannot come to you now and say, Ogbeni, what is your immigration status? Are you a visitor? Is it not my business? And anybody asking you that question in this country, you should be bold enough. You should be bold enough to say, Oga, are you now the new immigration officer? Who gave you the right to ask me that question? I will not give you that answer, because I am not authorized to give you that answer. So for people who are saying people should be deported back home, I think they should channel their resources into supporting them while they are here. Because who don't come, don't come. Who don't come, don't come. You think here is better than back home. Back home is hard. And that is why you see some people saying, you better make I cry for a year that make una carry me go back home. That is it. So let us manage the things that we can manage, that is within our power. Not just saying, it's just like a child that keeps on crying. Would you throw the child on the street because the child keeps on? You come, okay. What's the problem? You find out and help that child so the child stops crying, and guess what they need? If it's the baby, give the child the breast to, if it is an adult, you sit down with the adult and There are so many ways things go. You can do things in the right way. Allow people to be helped while they can. And if they decide that I can't stay here, do you want me to tell you how many people, Nigerians, are going back home as we speak? Because one, they see that they can't cope. Two, what they told them about abroad is not
totally
what
different.
Is totally different from what they are saying. So they now decide that, you know what, plus taxes, loneliness, cold weather, the bills. Sometimes it can make somebody to overthink.
Yeah, I get it. So now, speaking about the Nigerian communities, and I also know you are not oblivious to this fact. Some people complain about, I've heard people complain that the Nigerian communities they are functional. However, they are not functional to its full effect as the name the Nigerian community is supposed to be, right? That it's just like they put themselves together, they set up awards, various awards, give themselves awards, they show off, and it's just the same set of people. Honestly, I've heard people, you know.
I have also.
And I'm saying this with all form of veracity. I've heard people say that. But now you are here, you are diffusing that particular bomb, which people say, oh, Nigerian communities. Are the Nigerian communities here in Canada truly functional?
They are. And you can hold me to that.
Okay.
That Gloria said they are working. They are functional. You see, how would I put it? Before now, there are some Nigerian communities that I have been part of.
Okay.
I am just a silent person. But I see what's going on. Wodi, for example, she helps her members. Mercy helps everyone. There is no day that group gets a ton of messages. And if one person just make a comment, please, I need help, the number of people that will reply you from Wodi alone. Wodi is non-profit. She's doing amazing for the community that she belongs to. Do you know how many food drives that she has organized? Women of Grace International has done the same thing. They organize food drives where they give out food to people that need it. It is their money, their time, their resources. Plus, they have volunteers that they are not paying. These volunteers, they have other things that they could be doing. But they decide that this is part of what they are giving back to the community. Do you want to tell me that if you had like $10,000 right now, would you say you want... No, just be honest with me. This is your podcast, but just be honest with me. Would you say you want to invest that money into helping Nigerians that are having issues?
To be honest, not 100%.
Good. I wouldn't, because I worked hard for my money. Yeah. You understand?
True.
But these people are a community. They have put themselves out there, and they help people who, even if as a small business owner, they help them too to grow. So I am here. I'm going to be the voice of the Nigerian communities here in Canada.
Let's have it.
NNC, they are working hard. The Nigerian region of Halton, they are working hard. Wodi is working hard. Woji is working hard. And a number of Nigerian communities like Nairo and the rest that I don't even remember their names now, they are all working hard. Please, anybody that is debunking the information that is only awards, is only to show off. Yes, they are doing those awards to appreciate the good work of fellow Nigerians. We have those in the industry of food making. Do you know how many times that these Nigerian community leaders have been called upon to come and help somebody who is about being locked up, or a store that is about to be closed down? You heard from the Linda yesterday when she was saying, do you know what they do behind closed doors? Do you know how many of our Nigerians that are in the process of having... See, let me tell you, our Nigerian leaders and Nigerian communities, they are working hard. Let me just put it that way. They are working hard, tirelessly even, because the number of beatings that they have on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. Try and call one of them. Even the leader of the NNC, I have been trying tooth and nail to speak with him, but the opportunity that he gave to me, they are there for you. It's just like, I know say for Nigeria, it's hard to see all those people at the top, but they make it possible for you. And remember, these people are well connected. These leaders are well connected. Like, they are connected with people up there. So if you think that they are not working, I'm sorry for you.
Okay, so now Gloria of Canada has cleared the air. The Nigerian communities here in Canada are working seamlessly and tirelessly to make sure that all Nigerians get the benefit they need right here in Canada. Now, still on immigration.
Yeah.
I know you said that several times and you've established it that you're not an immigration lawyer, which is amazing. I saw in one of your videos too, maybe somebody asked if you can bring them to Canada. And you're like, I knew that was very hilarious. I'm like, yeah! You keep hitting on travel agents back home. I know that a lot of people have fallen prey and they got here, they got pretty stranded. Mm-hmm. What are some of the advices you would give to international students, you would give to married folks, you would give to people who are coming here to Canada? Either they are migrating or they are coming on a visitor's visa with the intention to transition into a work visa. What are the because I know you talk about this, like you're an advocate for this particular topic. What are some of the advices you want to give?
First and foremost,
let's have it.
The best way now, 2025, the best way to move to Canada now is as a permanent resident. I'll repeat, the best way for you to move to Canada, especially if you're coming with family, the best way is to come as a permanent resident. That way you know that, yes, you don't hold one paper. Mm-hmm. Now, for international students, my advice is this. Yes, I am not an immigration consultant, but from my experience and experience of other people that I know, your best option is to come and take a master's program. Because if you have dependent, like a spouse and a child or children, the Government of Canada website says that right now, the new update was that if you're studying a master's program at least 16 months in length, you can bring your family with you to Canada. Now, for those who cannot afford the master's program, because we understand, say, it's difficult. True. If you're coming to study a postgraduate program, make sure it is under STEM. STEM. You can check what it is. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Go and check it. If you are studying a postgraduate program, make sure that your course is within these 4 things. Because that is the only way you can get your postgraduate work permit if you are in the in-demand jobs. Okay. Because there are some programs that people will take. For example, somebody coming here to take mathematics. Like, there are different things. Mathematics is part of the STEM. Okay. Maybe let me use a different one. Maybe you're coming here to do home economics. Okay. You have to be sure that home economics is part of the STEM. Okay. If it is not, then I don't see any reason why a Nigerian person who wants to like make this place your home, you will now decide that you want to do that program or take that program. No, it won't help you in the long run. And for those who will take a 1-year program, hoping to integrate, my advice, because you asked for my advice. My advice would be this. If you have experience from back home, say you've worked in a big establishment, like maybe the banks, the oil sector or so, you can apply under Express Entry, Federal Skilled Worker Program. You can do that too. Because that way, at least you get into the express entry pool. That's the truth. And there is no magic about it. All the information you want is on the Government of Canada's website, www.cic.gc.ca. All that information is there for you to go and read. Now, for those who are planning to come on visitors visa, please, I'm begging you. I kneel down. In fact, I don't want to kneel down now, but I am begging you, please, abort mission. Because you cannot walk. No, currently, before now, as at 2024, those that came on the visitors visa, like early 2024, those that came on visitors visa were able to switch to an LMIA, which is a labor market impact assessment job that will now give them a permit to work for that particular employer. But with all the number of changes that have been happening, the Government of Canada is now saying no more. So what that means is that if your agent is telling you that don't worry, come on visitor visa, you can get a job, it's not true, please. It is not true, because you cannot get a job. I have one family right now. I won't mention their names. The man has a wife, 2 children, and his wife is currently pregnant. And they came on visitor visa and they want to stay in this country.
Wow.
They sold everything they have. Please, abort mission. Don't do it.
Abort.
Don't do it. No, I'm serious. Some people can be lucky when they come. They at the junction. That's at the airport, which is the junction. They chop aduro. Fine. But do you know that very soon, according to the new update, they are streamlining that particular road? I am not here to bad belly anybody, because people will see, they will still come for me, because they always
do. They always. I said you get a lot of backlash. They always do. They
will still come for me on this video. That deportation, that asylum that you are seeking, make sure you have a good story, because right now the things have changed. They are no longer saying, I made this, I made that. If they are looking for me, they will kill me. They will do this. Look, this is 2025. Let us be smart. It's either you come as a permanent resident, or you have somebody who is here, who is sponsoring you to move here. I will not go more than that.
Guys, this is a handful. It has no. I knew when Gloria was coming here, we would have so much to give away, and this is like a light on the path. You can never go wrong with these advices. Now, we're gradually going to the second part.
Yes.
But
hit me.
Now we've given the advices for immigration and all of those stuff, and when they come in, you already know the Nigerian communities, you need to identify with them first, and that's how you move from there. Great. Before we transition into the second part, something bothers me.
Okay.
And you might have spoken about this thing in one of your videos. I'm not too sure. Each time, because that's happened to me a lot. And each time I think about this, I feel very discombobulated, because I don't understand why Nigerians do this to themselves. Why do Nigerians look down on themselves when they pass each other?
Wahala.
No, because I don't know if it has happened to you, but I feel that we are supposed to be in some sort of symbiotic relationship, because we come from the same motherland. Okay. And we see, even the way you are saying okay is not okay.
It's not okay.
Why do, like, we size ourselves up when we see ourselves in the mall, in whatever it is? Why?
Yes, it's a Nigerian thing. And to be honest, why una they do this kind of thing? I never still understand.
You switch.
Let me switch, because permit me to speak in pidgin English.
Please do.
Why it be say una carry this bad belle, instead of you to leave it at the airport, you carry it to Canada? You see, the problem, and I have come to talk about it on my page, and I've said it, the problem is the mentality of competition. We believe that I am better than this person. I ain't take get here. How you take man? That's the word though. How you manage to enter Canada? And I've said that if I hear say you are tell me say because say I manage come Canada. You did there. You know how much I used to take come Canada. You know my proof of funds. I be you to say another person ain't give me POF. It is just that sizing, and it is prevalent with Nigerian ladies. If a Nigerian lady see a Nigerian lady, it's as if you don't tip my boyfriend. That beefing is as there was a particular day I was just trying to park my car,
Okay.
And then this lady I was not even close to her. She said, "Hit me now, hit." I said, babe, are we dragging boyfriend or are we dragging husband? Because you have to tell me.
Wow.
I don't understand it. There is this hate when we see each other. Even when we are in the same workplace, we feel that I want to be better than that Niger person. Some will even do it. The wickedness in them, we do it in such a way that make them fire this person, make I get that promotion. Bad belle. Apart from bad belle, which other kind of which this thing are you also part of?
The thing they pain Gloria.
No. On a more serious note, I think it's this mentality we bring from back home. We bring it here, and it's I might see you and I'm representing those bad belly people. I might see you and be like, who get money make you buy that shirt? Who get that shoe in the wear? You borrow am, he buy am. It's like there is this hate. It's not even about the competitive mentality. It is this hate. It is this envy. It is this jealousy. It is this bad belly.
The way she says
it. See, it aches me because when we see the Indians, we see the Asians, we see the love, even the Filipino, you see the love among them. If they know something, they tell their people.
True.
But if
100.
I'm not talking about me because I'm a different person, but if as a Niger person gets information, say this way go open,
you go hold on
very soon, they go keep them to their chest. Boom. They will not reveal it to anybody.
Wow.
They feel that now let me go get them. And that is the reason why we see many Indian people are being successful in this country.
True.
You can see 10 Indians in one house, but bet you me, in less than 6 months, one has bought a house because they all put hands together, rallied together, and that person will have his house. And that's how all the other 10 will move. But I'm not here on this pod. People don't get me wrong. I'm not here on this podcast to bring down the Nigerian people. But the thing is, we need to change. The change begins with you and me. It's not about you knowing that your company is hiring and you know that one person in your group, your WhatsApp group, that people have said bad things about, that they help people. You know that you can help a particular person begging for a job. You will hold it. I mean, what do you do when you go to sleep? Like, how do you even sleep? How do you sleep? On the left or the right side? Because I'm not understanding. Because we need to be the help that we want. We need to be the change that we want to see. It's not about we saying Tinubu or T-Pain a bad person. Nah, lie. What about you? How many Niger people have you helped? Me, I'm not here to boast, but I know how many Niger people have come through me and they have appreciated what I have done for them.
True.
They might not be blowing that trumpet out, but within them, they know. So I am using myself as an example. Be that change you want to see in the Nigerian community, in your local space, at your office, at your place of work, even at the grocery store. Sometimes when I see my fellow Niger at the grocery store, sometimes I want to be like, hi. There was a particular day I said hi to somebody. It was as if
they need the answer.
It was as if there was dirt. Like I was in dirt.
Yeah, true.
Because I had to look at myself and be like, I'm wearing a very nice cloth now. What's happened?
True.
then there was this particular day I told myself that going forward, if I see a Nigerian person, until you insult me, I must greet you. So I went towards this people. I said, come, are you a Nigerian person? He said, yeah. I said, we mean a Nigerian person nah. I beg you, which side you they stay? That is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And that is what we need to start seeing. So when you see a fellow Nigerian person, they will not beat you. Just walk up to them and say, come, I be Nigerian person. I know say you be Nigerian person. How far?
I know. Why I asked this question was because it has happened to me several times.
Yes.
And you are pretty honest by saying the hatred. Like, they look at you with such acrimony. They look at you as though you've done something extremely grievous. Mm-hmm. But you don't even know them before. And no disrespect to, like I always say, my Nigerian community. But that is why we try to vilify the efforts and the powers of the Indians and the Asians and the Filipinos. Exactly. Those guys, their symbiotic relationship is on another level. And that's why you see them dominating the market landscape.
Go to Brampton.
Have you go enter any Tim Hortons?
They are there.
Because they know how to quickly fix themselves in. Mm-hmm. But Nigerians, for some reason, and I don't know why. And to be honest with you, Gloria, you are not the second or third person speaking about this particular topic here on this podcast. Mm-hmm. It is now like an epidemic. And if we're not careful, it goes from bad to worse. Mm-hmm. It is, and that's why I just said, I don't know say pain you like that. That's why I just thought to ask you, like, why do Nigerians see themselves as threats? Not even starting a conversation, then you can weigh the person's intellectual capacity and be like, no, I am not at the same precipice with this person when it comes to my intellect. But just because you are seeing the person and you know that this person might be a Nigerian, but you just choose to.
Have you been to a Niger party? Is that one that is even the worst?
Let's have it.
Because you will know that this is a Niger party. We are all Nigerians. Like, the bulk of people there are Nigerians. Mm-hmm. Many might be from like South Africa, Kenya, Cameroon, all of these African countries. But most of us are Nigerians. The beefing does not have part 2. Not to talk of 3. I think apart from that mentality of, I think there's this other mentality that I better pass you. So we know they're the same level. Do you understand? Like, waiting go make me they follow you talk. That is it. Because there is no humility. Because if there was humility in the first place, I will see everybody as superior than myself. I will not look down on anybody because I'm not. The only time you need to look down on somebody is if you are admiring their shoe. Like anybody that is looking at me right now like this, that means you are admiring the shoe that I'm wearing. Yeah. Finish. Apart from that, it is bad belly, envy, jealousy, hatred, all the vices, name it.
For no reason.
For no reason.
For no reason.
Some will even tell you how you take manage come Canada, how you take manage come UK, how you take manage come US. Like, nothing should bring that conversation in the first place. Because we are all coming from somewhere. We were all there for years before we moved abroad.
True.
Somebody saw me the other day and said, this one just entered Canada. I just laughed. And I said, if only you know when I came to Canada, you won't be talking like this. But who am I? I said, no problem. I'm just a bloody immigrant. That is it. But it's true. I want to say this on this podcast. If you are not an indigene, like if you are not a native, is it a native Indian they call them? Then you are an immigrant. Because every other person came here to meet those people here. They own this land that we are standing on. You understand?
True.
Let us not go there, but nobody owns Canada. This land, we came to meet it here. Yeah. So let us be helping each other.
Let us be calming down. Let us be calming down. So Nigerians.
Cool temper.
Nigerians, please, when you see yourselves, when we see ourselves in passing, most importantly, first in passing, grocery stores, wherever it is, identify with one another. It is extremely germane. It is extremely integral. It's extremely important. I said this before, and let me recapitulate it. There is this hideous, grotesque mentality that was brought from Nigeria. Here, for example, let me say this on this podcast, right? Back in Nigeria, we size ourselves up with cars that we drive, with the way we dress. Here, a car is not an importance. It is a necessity. People who are pretty rich in this country can as well drive a 2007 car.
Exactly.
We Nigerians here, we size ourselves up with the type of car that we drive. It's a mentality, like Gloria says, it's a mentality that needs to stay at Muritala Mohammed Airport. Yeah. And I'm sure you have maybe like 1 or 2 stopovers before you got to Toronto Pearson Airport. You can keep dropping all of those characters on all of those stops, or at all of those stops, I beg your pardon. Nobody cares about the type of car that you drive in Canada. Nobody honestly cares about. It's a country that is meant for you to strive and make it. You don't, be say you carry big car, say I want. There's nobody you are showing off to. Nobody. I just thought to drop this out there. Thank you very much. Now, let's go into...
As it is hot.
Let's go into the next part.
Yes.
Relationships. And I also said this because you touch on this,
Yes.
Not once, not twice.
Yes.
I'm going to start like this. We'll go to the singles, but I'll start like this. We've heard, and I've also read, that a lot of couples... when they leave Nigeria, they live in one piece.
Yes.
Or relatively one piece. But the minute they touch base with this country and the breeze of Canada blows on them, then they start having issues. Divorce. Some I heard that the woman will start to change. Gloria, what is going on?
This conversation... It's not just here.
Okay.
UK, USA, Europe. It's on a daily basis. We hear of these things happening. And I can tell you that there are various reasons why we see people move abroad and then marriage. One of the reasons is this.
Let's have it.
A man and his wife could have been having issues back home.
Okay.
But they are just,
patching it.
Then they feel that when they come abroad, it will be better. But the mistake is this. Canada gives women, see where they place women, see where they place men. They place men here. So when women start integrating into the system, they have friends, they have workmates, or they have classmates that they came to study, who will tell them that if your husband do anyhow, just go report him to police. They go carry and come out.
Wow.
So that mentality is in our ladies. So any small thing,
you don't go report.
You don't go call police. Something that you can actually handle in your own space to keep your marriage. And for the men, I think there's this ego. And, there's this ego with men. Okay. And I always ask this question, why men have ego? That's a talk for another day. But there's this ego that, so you don't report me, go police. Okay, that is it. That is the end. And that is how...
Oh, they don't fight for it.
No.
Oh.
That is one. Number two, when women who are here in Canada marry from Nigeria, for example, these women, now, they might have been attuned to the system in Canada to the point where they behave like the Canadian people. So because they know all of the intricacies of being in Canada, the person that they are bringing from home does not understand. The person doesn't understand that men will wash plates. How? Me wey be say I go tell my wife to enter inside kitchen to go and wash plate. I come abroad, they tell me to go wash plates. They don't understand it. Then the other one is sharing 50-50. That's another topic. Some people who are coming or being imported from Nigeria, whether the men or the women, they don't understand 50-50. So you mean you give me 50%, I will take 50%, then we'll pay rent together, we'll pay bills together. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, the man, it is his sole responsibility to take care of his family.
100.
He will be the one, even though the wife is working. The man's money is the home's money. But the wife's money, we know, it's her
money. It's her money.
Am I speaking about this thing, ladies? Yes.
I love ladies. Yes, go Gloria,
go Gloria. Yes. So the when they come here, they don't understand that 50-50, or I have to go and cook, I have to wash plate, I have to share chores. They don't get it. So that becomes it brings friction in marriage, to the point where they feel that I can't be with you. Number 3.
Let's have it.
Our husband and our wife, they are doing bad thing. They are doing bad things. So when one person gets to hear that this person don't do this one, marriage don't end. So I give you an example.
Okay.
And it's not really like I know their story, but this man reached out to me on my page. Because people do tell me their stories. So this particular person reached out to me and he said, Gloria, I was in Nigeria with my wife and I decided to sponsor my wife to come abroad, to come and study. We have a daughter together. So she came here with the hopes that she will bring the husband and the daughter to Canada. But along the line, the conversation when she came in started changing. The kind of gist is not the same as it used to be before she left. Not knowing, say, this girl don't already find another bobo, where they help, assist her with loneliness and everything. So she sent, through her lawyers, sent a divorce. Actually told the man first that, look, it's not working between me and you.
What?
And I want to live my own life. You can go ahead and live your life.
What?
And that you will be hearing from my lawyers. So the guy tried, that's the man himself, tried to make peace with his wife. Speak with the family. The cultural way of doing things in Nigeria, families come together. Yeah. So he tried to speak with the family of the girl to see how they can make things. But it's like the girl has already made up her mind because she is in love with somebody else now. But in order for her to go ahead with that relationship, she has to dissolve one, right? You cannot marry 2 men at the same time. So through her lawyers, they served him a divorce letter.
What? So
he said he doesn't know what to do. Should he sign the divorce letter? Should he report to immigration that this and this? Or he doesn't know what to do. So I asked his permission. Can I ask my people? Because I'm not a knower of everything. I have to ask people.
Yeah.
Some said, my guy, they don't serve you breakfast. Move ahead with your life. Go on with your life. Sign and let karma do its own. But that is the truth. Because you can't force it. And that is because you asked the question, why? Yeah. That is another reason why marriages end up like that. Now, you go to UK, I don't know, even in US, you saw that video of that Igbo man who...
Yeah, I did.
Who did something to his wife and something to himself. It is frustration. Because, there's this little, small anger inside house. Okay, we patch. So sorry, we patch. If they work, they work. That is it. If it's not working, it's not working. The only way a marriage can stay, and I'm not a marriage counselor by all means, if there is love, if there is forgiveness, if there is humility, there is no marriage that has this. Sorry, the fourth one is God. there is no marriage that I've heard of that has these 4 things that have crumbled. None. Love, forgiveness, God,
humility.
I have not seen anyone that has crashed. But the ones that marry for selfish reasons, those are the ones you see crashing. And the ones that probably did not know their spouse well because somebody said, let me hook you up with my friend. He's a good guy, or she's a good girl. So they hook them up together, not understanding themselves. Even brother and sister said they fight.
True.
So it can't be people that never grew up together. There will be problem. Let us say the truth. Let's call a spade a spade. There is no perfect marriage anywhere. People just keep their marriage because of love. The one thing that made you to marry that person, agape love, as long as that love is there and you are a God-fearing person, your marriage can't break up. It can't. But if you have a selfish mindset that, make I use this one, and I go dump him. Many of our Nigerian men are doing that to Canadian ladies. Not to talk of Nigerian ladies.
Who you be?
Who are you? I have so many white friends who have dated and married Nigerian men. White. I have one on my Instagram account. She's always messaging me. The guy, once he got to Canada and he had his PR
movement,
he moved.
Movement.
He had a wife already in Nigeria, So immediately he got that paper. He shipped her down to Canada and married her, That is it. And that is why some of our white ladies are now being wary of black guys. Even to help them to get paper, now they hard. You see? So there are a number of reasons why marriages end up. And like I said, it's just this few points and the mentality of our people that are wanting to get something out of this marriage for selfish reasons.
You have broken down a whole lot, trust me. Because I was also pondering too. I was sat one day extrapolating why marriages break, because it now started to turn to something that sounds like a cliche. Like it's not new anymore. It's not new anymore. And I'm glad you were able to touch base with this. However, I also heard, and I am asking so that you can answer from a standpoint of a woman.
Yep.
I heard that Nigerian men here in Canada are scared to get married to Nigerian ladies because of commitment.
Yes.
Is that true?
It's true.
Because I heard it, that's what I'm asking from a standpoint of a lady.
Yes, from the standpoint of a lady. They don't want commitment. It all boils down to be selfish reasons. It's because there is this mentality, and I want to debunk that mentality, because a number of men back home, because I also have a play page that talk about heartbreak and things like that. Great. So that's where maybe you see some of these videos flying out. There are men who message, and there are ladies who also message me. Many of these men are saying that the ladies here, all they know how to do best is that they turn their men into boy.
Into slaves.
But for me, I think it's just the mentality.
Okay.
Like there's a way you tell somebody, go to hell. And they'll be like, oh, where's the road? And there's a way you tell somebody, and the person will be like, that's so mean of you. There are ways you talk to people, and they'll be like, okay, I see what you mean. I don't think any sane woman in Canada, and I'm speaking for the ladies now, I don't think any sane woman in Canada would just want to maltreat a man in her home. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Because
I do.
It's not adding 1 plus 1. It's not.
It's not adding up.
No, because the woman knows, and the Bible even says it, that the man is the head of the house, while the woman is a what? A support system.
Support system, true.
So you are a helper to the man. You need to know your place in the home. See, I think, again, it is just the mindset of where we are coming from, because the man knows that, now maybe man. And again, it all boils down to that ego thing. Because without that ego and pride, the man should not see his wife as sending him message. It should be as, that is my babe talking. Babe, can we do the dishes together? She wants to talk with somebody. That's why she said, let's do the dishes together. Or, babe, can you make dinner today? She's not telling you to go and cook. She wants to taste her husband's meal. You know? Because maybe when they were dating, you know, that used to serenade her that, almost if my husband cook this soup for you, you go, you know. So she wants the husband to cook. So, but some men, because of that ego, they'll feel like the lady is sending them message. And I know the ladies watching right now are saying, Gloria, 1 bottle for you. They are saying, continue, ride on. Yes, because that is the truth. But because of the ego of our men, they feel that the ladies are sending them message.
But is this the reason most ladies, I beg your pardon, let me rephrase. Is this the reason we have a lot of single ladies right now in Canada?
Okay, let me address that one then. because
I just want to know if it's this mentality because the men are running, that's why we have single ladies more in Canada.
Allow me to address that one. Single ladies, reverse for me today.
Let's have it.
Single ladies in Canada. The men are complaining.
Okay.
You people work too much. You take extra shifts. You don't even have time to rest. You stay inside your house. You will lock your house. You will stay there. How can you find a man? How can you find a man to marry? They ask you to come and join group where they are doing single and mingle. You will not see any lady there. Only men. You see that the men are not working? No, I want to understand, because I don't understand what our single ladies out there are doing. Your time is running.
Which time?
It's ticking now, because as a lady of 26, I don't know what you are doing locked in your room watching Netflix alone, or watching Netflix instead of you to be out with your friends, or taking more shifts. Every time you're taking shift, Saturday you're taking shift, Sunday that is a day to rest. We all know it's a day to rest.
You will
still not even 1 or 2 shifts. So tell me, where would they find men? What some of them do is that they go on dating sites. From what I've heard, they go on dating sites, because I've been to TikTok live where there's a guy hosting. You know, when a guy is hosting, there'll be more girls. But when a lady is hosting, there'll be more men.
True.
So you know how it is. So I've been on that live where there were many ladies, and I asked myself, where una dey when I dey go live? You understand? Because and the only time you see them on that live is like 10, 11, 12, 1, where they are hosting talk show or something like that. That's where you will see them talking, because they, you know, we ladies, we like to talk, you know, we want to put ourselves out there, we want to say we did there. So my point is this, let me not deviate. Our ladies they are bottling up themselves. They are working too much. And again, I must say this because a lady has said this to me on my page. She said they no longer want Nigerian men. They no longer are interested in Nigerian men. They are only interested in white men and people from other countries. But when it comes to Nigeria, bye-bye, Nigerian men. Single ladies in this Canada. I don't know about UK or US or Europe, but in this Canada, our ladies are saying, they know they do again.
First lady, let me recapitulate what Gloria said. She's telling you to please come out. Don't encapsulate yourself. Don't cocoon yourself in the house watching Netflix alone. The men are not going to find you where you are it has to be outside. At least try to mingle. For mingling, of course, you will get to see one or two persons. It's not compulsory you start a relationship instantaneously. You probably will start some sort of friendship.
Exactly.
And from there, you just have some sort of partnership to, you have someone to talk to. Then if you want to move on from there, move on. So she's begging, please, come outside.
They could not come out.
Please, come outside. Come outside. And the part where Gloria also said that Nigerian ladies, they've all concluded, some of them concluded that they don't want Nigerian men. I also heard too that a lot of Nigerian men now go back home to get married.
Yes. And some of our Nigerian men are now moving away from Nigerian ladies, because there was a particular post I made on Instagram from my page, and I reposted it on Instagram. And so many men said, we don't even send them again. Make them they go. Make them they go. They go age. They go this. They go do that. They are no longer finding them attractive. If the only time I want to be careful with my words here. The men, because out of 1,000 and is it up to 1,000 comments? Let's say 600 comments, like 560 were from men, and many of them were like, "We no send them.
Wow.
We no send them again. Our eyes don't open. We are now going." It's true. I read those comments every time, and I'm like, there you have it. That's the reason why you see and I made a video. I'm sure you were talking to me about that video that I said 20%,
yes,
men,
exactly.
80%.
Exactly.
The number of men to women in this country is. Let's leave it there.
I'm sure you know the ratio. I'm sure you know the ratio. It's really, really very funny, and that was why I said I was going to discuss that with you. But whilst we're trying to round up, what are some of the advices? Again, we've spoken about immigration, you've dropped your nuggets. What are some of the advices you would give to married folks here? And also people trying to, apart from you begging ladies to come out now. And it's also new to hear that men are saying we don't want Nigerian ladies anymore. Nigerian ladies are saying, yo, we're also tired from here. We don't want you anymore. One day. What are some of the ways we can try to salvage this situation? Because you talk about these things a lot.
So for me, again, I am not a marriage counselor, but from my experience and experience of other married women, what I can say is be faithful. Don't be greedy. Enjoy your man or your woman alone. Don't taste different soup. You're married. The Bible says the married bed should be undefiled.
Oh my goodness. So I don't taste different soups. Number two, be respectful. Ladies, especially, to see a good man these days is hard. So when you see one, give him the love and the respect that he deserves, because he genuinely deserves it. God put him in that place for you to respect him. Number 3, for both men and women, learn to be humble. Humility goes a long way. Little things like, I love you. Thank you, darling. I miss you. A little text. A call. How are you doing? I have a friend who has been married for like 10 years now. Over 10 years. Anytime he's talking to somebody, he will say, please, 1 minute, let me confirm with my wife. That is a man. Not somebody that will say, yes, we can go, forget that woman. Whatever I say is fine now. No. You are both a team. You cannot, one person cannot pilot an airplane, right? Sure.
We need 2 pilots, because one person might, need the help of the other person.
Sure that.
In order to arrive safely at your destination.
Sure that.
So in order for 2 of you to arrive at your good destination, which is the marriage vow you gave, which is till death do us part, do your part. Let the man do his part. The other thing is prayer. I know this is not a churchy thing or a sermon. Without God, nothing works.
Nothing happen.
nothing works. So if you don't put God into your marriage, because when you marry, they said the two shall become what? One. They didn't say the two shall be separate.
Okay.
It said they have to be one. So being one means that you have to attune to each other.
Okay.
Honey, can we do this together? There's nothing bad. Amen. Please, I want to beg you to keep your marriage. Drop your ego. It's important because this is your wife. This is your babe. This is your sweetheart. This is your one and all. You should be that man that somebody will say, how far now? What you do, my wife? Or somebody tells you, I hear say your wife, you'll hear say waiting. That is what a marriage should be. Or a woman coming to say, I see your husband. Who tell you? I just spoke with him. Or I hear say thank you. He told me. He told me himself. My husband don't tell me. He don't tell me. So no need for you to tell me. That is what we keep a marriage. And again, I must say this. Let us stop the habit of calling the police for our spouses in Canada, in UK, in anywhere. Please, let's stop that habit because we are tarnishing our name, Nigeria. Because they have a list of names of, if you go, you ask the police, if you have a police officer friend, go just talk with them. You will hear what they tell you. I have police officers as friends. And they've told me that Nigerian community and marriages is a problem to them. That every time it is one family calling them to come and settle this should not be, this should be unheard of. We should be able to, within us, arrange ourselves. If it means calling family meeting, let's call family meeting. We are not Canadians. We are not. Because they tell you, say, woman, get upper hand, then because of that, you will now throw your husband outside so that you can inherit the big mansion that he bought with his hard-earned money. It will now be your own because that is the law. No, but it is the truth. So our women are psychologically, this is the way to go. But it's a wrong way to go. It is a wrong way to go. Because think about your children. If you have children, even if you don't, think about it. How would you feel if that was you or your own sibling that this happened to? No. So we need to stop that mentality of reporting. Do you know how many times the Nigerian community has been called in for a marital problem? Do you know what they do? Like I have a friend who is also a leader. I said, Gloria, do you know how many marriages where they don't come talk, they don't tire. They don't tire. So we should stop this. We should stop this, please. I'm begging. Marriages can work if you do those 4 things. Be respectful. Men, drop your ego. Put God. Be humble. Like, it's not rocket science. If you put all this with God, all things are possible.
Then for the single, how make I speak pidgin. How would it solve make I speak pidgin first. I remember none of it. How would it solve the problem of, because you don't turn problem like this, my sister. How would it solve problem of the single guys and the single ladies? How can we break that barricade? How will fit take solve?
The only way we will take fit solve na deliverance. That is the surest, and I'm not even joking, deliverance. Because the mindset already has been polluted. So before you can change that mindset back, you need deliverance. And number 2, we need to tell ourselves the truth that, look, na my brother, na my sister. We don't need to look at a fellow black Niger person as an enemy. They are not enemies. They are not. And for those of you who will go and be importing.
What are they importing? No. Are they goods?
Of course. I'm just joking.
I know.
For those who are going to import, please look well before you import over. before you bring somebody
What are
over.
they importing?
They are importing their spouses now. Those that go to marry abroad, I mean, back home. They are going to bring
Import
them.
them.
So, like, I really watched, and this is coming from me. I watch a lot of videos on this social media. There was this particular one. The woman was giving advice because she had she's from Italy. She married from Nigeria. She brought her man. The man left her for a young girl, and something happened, and he was deported back home. You know, for me, I just said karma happened immediately. See, before you even go, my advice is this, and this is just an advice. So it doesn't have anything to do with me or somebody that I know. It's just an advice. Before you bring somebody abroad, UK, anywhere, know the person very well. Make sure you date. Because it is only when you date that you would see some kind of things. Because some people can actually put up a show. Some people can actually be pretending that they love you, but what they want is something different. True. They just maybe have somebody in their mind to get married to, not you, but they need you for something. Maybe either to come to Canada or to get a job or to whatever the case may be. It happens every time. Say it happen. Yeah, it happen. Sure. So please, before you bring people in, know them. Because I know the immigration officers, they do their own parts, like they do interviews, they kind of know if your marriage is genuine or not. They see people where they come in. We know.
Gloria.
We know. I don't want to come here because then they watch. We know.
But they know themselves.
They know, say, this person no be my spouse. They know. Gloria. But make it be say, I help you come. You know, that kind of thing. So, yeah. I beg. Then, the other advice for, was it for single people here? The other advice for single people here is, please drop the mindset that the Niger guys or the Niger ladies are on top of their heads. No. Give it a try. Don't just close your eyes to like it can never be a Niger lady or it can never be a Niger guy. Who will they leave the Niger guy and babe men for? Who? Because if they say me they go the other route, they last long for that route. We know. Because they cannot cope. They know they fit cope. They know they fit cope. So please just give it a try. Like there are many Nigerian single guys in this country looking for ladies to start something with. And there are so many ladies, ton of ladies that are also looking for. Yeah. See, real men are scarce. Playboy, they're plenty. So the ones that they are seeing, they go and drink coffee, go and take this one. Those ones are called play. They are not like the real ones. If you like, come for me in this video. No wahala. This year, I will just tell you, peace be unto you.
They'll be coming for you.
Because they will still come for me.
Of course.
But please, just think outside the box, ladies. Because you're 25, you're not dating. The earlier you get married, the better. Even Canadian kids, they get married at 19 years of age. My friend's daughter got married at the age of 18. And I'm not even kidding. She was waiting until she got that age, 18. The month she was 18, she got married 2 months after. Because you grow with that person. So I don't know why you're a single lady and you're hiding yourself. Please look for opportunities to mingle with people, the right people. Not just anybody. And the men too. Drop your ego. Drop pants somewhere. Your toilet, your washroom, whatever. Come out with a mindset that you want to have something going with this person. Make una know they cheat on women. Man, who that cheat? When I start they cheat. We don't say now on a handwork. It's not easy to be with. We on that. But please, the Bible says your wife is your wife. Your girlfriend is your girlfriend. Stop tasting different soup. That's my own.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have had a blast of a time. I knew it. Like, maybe I was sort of clairvoyant enough to know that I would have a swell time today with Gloria. I just anticipated it, and indeed it did happen. We are blessed to have Gloria of Canada in our studio today. It has been a sweet journey. It has been a smooth journey. It has been a journey of various bus stops of advices. And of course, we are pleased because we know people watching will definitely get impacted. Before I sign up, guys, if you have watched this video and you still have not subscribed to this video, what are you doing?
Hit the subscribe button.
Why do you want me to prostrate? Do you want me to roll on the floor? Please subscribe to our channel. That itself is a pat on our back. Is a pat on our back telling us we are doing a good job, that we should continue, and you are solely with us. Please subscribe to our channel, like and share, and that's how we bring you amazing personalities like Gloria of Canada. Guys, before I sign up, last words? Any last words, Gloria?
So for me, I think my last words will be, please immigrate wisely. Come to Canada the right way. If you're using an agent, remember your agent cannot guarantee you a visa to Canada. That is the truth. Nobody can except the officers themselves. Again, in terms of the relationship between singles and married people, for the single ones, my advice would be that you guys should be up and doing, go out more often, date well, know the person that you want to spend your rest of your life with. For those who are importing spouses back home, make sure that you've done your due diligence and you know this person very well and you love this person from the depth of your heart. You don't have any selfish motive for wanting to marry this person. And for the married ones, please, those of you that are here, if you have issues with your spouse, try to work it out. Try to avoid telling A, B, C, D. That way you're bringing yourself down and your family as well. And stop the attitude of, ladies, I'm talking to you now, that are married, stop the attitude of calling the police on your spouses. It's not the right thing to do. And if anybody is saying to you that because they said they rank women here, that when your men go, they will give you the house and everything belongs to you, let us stop that narrative. Let us be doing what we used to do before we came here. And then lastly, what was the other thing we touched on in terms of those that are on the streets, the community aspect of it? If you are in Canada and you're a Nigerian, please reach out to the nearest Nigerian community around you. For example, if you're in Brampton, you look for NNC, Network of Nigerians in Canada. If you are in BC, you just go on Google or Instagram and type Nigerians in area you are, or maybe you just put BC. There must be a community there. Try to engage with the community. Try to put yourself out there. And for those of us who are international students, please, if you are struggling, don't keep it to yourself. Come out and let us know. If you can't talk to many people, reach out to me. I have an Instagram page. I have a TikTok page. Or shoot me an email. I want to hear from you guys because we are making efforts to help our people who are here in Canada as much as we can. And then for those who maybe know of those who are on the streets, who are homeless, please reach out to me on my Instagram page because I am piling up these names and giving them to the Nigerian leaders because they really want to make things work so that we don't have all these people making videos and slapping it on the Nigerian community like we are not doing anything. We are doing something. The Nigerian content creators too, you guys should wake up. You are not just a content creator for content creation. Be a content creator that will support people. Don't be a content creator that is all about, I want to get something out of this person. Because I see a lot of, sorry I'm deviating, but I see a lot of content creators who are Nigerians in Canada, and they are collecting money from fellow Nigerians who want to japa or who want to do one or two. Please, I want to let you know on this podcast that the immigration Canada, they are on the lookout for people like you. You that is collecting money from fellow Nigerians or fellow people who are looking to migrate. When they catch you and you are sent back home, no con they talk say now your village people, because now you do yourself. So with these few points of mine, I hope I'll be able to convince and not confuse you guys that one, you can migrate to Canada on your own. DIY is that's what my specialty is, and we can be the best Nigerians that we can be.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am fondly called the Mic Master. My name is Martins Benson. It has been an amazing time sitting right here with Gloria of Canada. I have learned a lot. I laughed so hard and I put a lot in my brain. Thank you so much, Gloria, for coming.
Thank you
guys,
so much for having me.
Same time you are watching, same place you are watching, the same channel or the same platform you are watching. I'll see you next week. Until then, holla guys. Bye for now.